introduce the court of the Royal Majesties, Ulrich IV and Salomea, King and Queen of these mighty outlands. You have their Majesties' leave to make yourselves comfortable. Since olden times, life was often made more gracious and history preserved through the works of artists and craftsmen. Untold hours were spent in the creation of masterworks that would outlive them in beauty and service for the love of the art alone. In the second year of the society, the ancient and honorable Order of the Laurel was ordained and instituted, the fit mark of a peer recognized for excellence in the arts and sciences. A companion of the Order of the Laurel is an artisan, but also has knowledge of martial sciences and the wellhead of chivalry from which they flow, and has given time and works to the benefit of the common weal. The crown now calls before them the companions of the ancient and honorable Order of the Laurel here present. The crown now calls Bianca Isabel de Orsini to come before this court and company.
Your Royal Majesties, your Royal Highnesses, wise nobles assemble, it is with great pride that I may present unto you Her Excellency, Dona Bianca Isabel de Orsini, prima donna of the White Scarf of Aidenbelt, flower of the Outlands, Russian Thistle of Alberon, bearer of the Argent Heart, bearer of the Queen's Cipher, bearer of the Cordon Royal, Commendables of the West, and bearer of the arms, to wit, Checky of 9, sable and or, in cross, a bead, and 4 fleur-de-lis, counterchanged. She comes now to answer the singular question, here, before this august company.
Dona Bianca,
have you undertaken to accept companionship
have you undertaken to accept companionship
in the ancient and honorable order
in the ancient and honorable Order of the Laurel
that was offered to
you
Alberon?
at Alberon, England?
I have.
This greatly pleases us. Ma'am, bring forth the medallion.
Bring forth the medallion.
Let this medallion pass from hand to hand
Let this medallion pass from hand to hand
among the members of the orders gathered here
among the members of the order gathered here
to symbolize the bond you shall have
to symbolize the bond you shall have
with each of them.
with each of them.
Now, Sir Devon, Master Reese, Mistress Slane,
Sir Devon, Master Reese, Mistress Slane,
Master Massimio,
Master Massimio,
and Duchess Catherine,
and Duchess Catherine.
as members of the peerage,
As members of the peerages,
do you now affirm that Bianca Isabel de Orsini
do you now affirm that Bianca de Orsini
has grown in gentle virtue and chivalrous grace,
has grown in gentle virtue and chivalrous grace,
the hallmarks of a true and faithful peer?
the hallmarks of a true and faithful peer? Devon's not here.
Sorry.
Thomas is Devon.
If I could speak with my brother Devin. gentle lady not only supports others on the fighting field, she also shows great prowess herself. She's the prima donna, the premier donna, the first donna of the kingdom of Atenveld. She shows great prowess on the field. And the fighting arts is not all about prowess, however. She shows courtesy. She has faith. She shows mercy. She has franchise. Sire, ma'am, I can think of no greater person for this accolade. And speaking on behalf of my brothers of the chivalry, we give her our full support.
Your Majesties, many years ago in one of your northern shires, we were really just kind of getting our feet underneath us. We had no real arts and sciences until Milady Bianca started us having regular guild meetings and teaching us the arts, showing people how to dress well, to put on proper clothes and things that were much closer to period styles than what we had before. This young man got the interest in doing arts courtesy of that Milady Bianca. She has grown and progressed throughout that time, and I will be very proud to call her my sister in the law.
Your Majesties, Bianca's service, the one that's evident to all of us first and foremost, is she undertook Logue when none of us were. She is also, I've seen her make garb for new fighters. She has opened up her home, she's opened up her heart to young ladies who didn't know where to turn, and she has, well, and she undertook Logue. I wholeheartedly believe that she should be a Logue.
Max? Words for Max.
Majesties, Master Massimiliano could not be here, but sends words. With your permission, I would read them. Massimiliano says, I've known Bianca for a very, very long time. We first met in the Shire of Unshofen, in a brand new kingdom called the Outlands. We bonded over music, and mutual friends, and a love of swordplay. Even then, she had a talent and a higher ideal for what we could and should be doing. Over the next couple of years, as rapier play became more common, she was the first anywhere, and certainly in our little piece of the north, to say, fighting in fencing jackets is ugly. I will make doublets. And she did. For everyone who asked. Late nights and long hours because, and I believe this is a direct quote, we are fencers of the Outlands and we will look good. I will constrain my remarks about painting and decorations on masks. They didn't have much effect on the ground, but once you saw them on the opponent, the effect was uncanny. And while she started from a very high baseline, her skill as a clothier improved over time. And make no mistake, clothier is the right word, not costumer. Her clothes were always clothing, never costumes. When you fought in her doublet, you didn't have to worry about a seam giving or binding across the shoulder because they were done right. And while her focus started out narrow, doing only late period clothes, heavily influenced by film and broadened greatly and quickly into well-researched head-to-toe ensembles from various periods, throughout that time one hallmark remained constant. She shared her talent and abilities freely and generously, not just with anyone who asked. Many times we were walking through Outlandish or across a feast hall, and she'd say, Lord Steve over there needs a jacket from that purple brocade we got last week. And after somehow sneaking Lord Steve's measurements, she'd stay up until 3 a.m. to sneak that one extra project into her list, and Lord Steve would find himself gifted with a new doublet. And so, her DNA is essentially infused, not just in the rapier community, but in the Outlands, and in the SEA as a whole. And while you would think that she never had any time to do anything else in all of this, she still managed to excel at the actual art of rapier, eventually culminating into the white scarf that she wears before you. This is going on too long, so I will sum up in this way. Bianca has, in fact, managed to excel at any art she has put her hand to, and it would be easy to be jealous of these talents were she not so very generous at sharing them. The rapier world today looks as it does in large part because of her hard work and over so long a time and her generosity in getting that work out to the whole community. I am proud to have been her Dawn, and I am proud that she is kneeling before you today. Thank you, Master Massimiliano Ponteri dal Sasso, Baron Kerguelen.
Sire, gentle peers, we thank you for
Gentle
your wise
peers, we
counsel.
thank you for your wise counsel.
Bring forth my
Bring forth light.
Sire, Bianca, you have been deemed fit for the highest state by your peers,
Bianca, you have been deemed fit for this high estate by your peers,
and have indicated your willingness to accept this honor from our
and have indicated your willingness to accept this honor from our hands.
Do you now swear by all that you hold sacred, true, and holy,
Do you now swear by all that you hold sacred, true, and holy,
that you will honor and defend the crown and kingdom of the
that you will honor and defend the crown and kingdom of the Outlands?
I do.
that you will persevere in your pursuit of excellence in the arts and sciences,
That you will persevere in your pursuit of excellence in the arts and sciences,
thereby bringing honor to yourself,
thereby bringing honor to yourself,
your order,
and the Outlands.
I will.
Ma'am, that you will share your skills with those who have an earnest desire to learn.
That you will continue to share your skills with those who have the
Earnest
earnest desire to learn.
I will.
Sire, that you will be courteous and honor your peers,
That you will be courteous and honor your peers of the chivalry, of the pelican, and of the laurel.
I will.
ma'am, that you will conduct yourself in all matters
That you will conduct yourself in all matters
as befits a
as
peer,
befits a peer.
continuing to practice the virtues of chivalry,
Continuing to practice the virtues of chivalry,
nobility,
and
personal integrity,
personal integrity,
to the benefit of your own good name
to the benefit of your own good name
and the greater glory of the Outlands.
and the greater glory of the Outlands.
I will.
Sire, then having sworn these solemn
And having
oaths,
sworn these solemn oaths,
know now that we,
you know that we, Ulrich IV and Salomea, by right of arms, King and Queen of the Outlands,
do proclaim
do proclaim you to be
a
the companion of the ancient and honorable order of the Laurel.
Now, let the medallion be brought forward.
This is the lovely medallion made by Master Reese.
Take from our hands this medallion,
Take from our hands this medallion,
which bears the laurel wreath.
which bears the laurel wreath.
It is the symbol of your order.
It is the symbol of your order.
Wear it always with great honor.
Wear it always with great honor.
Wear it always with humility.
Wear it always with humility.
Bianca, your majesties, at this time I would swear fealty to the crown of the Outlands.
Your Majesties, at this time I would swear fealty to the crown of the Outlands.
Sire, it shall please us to
Shall
accept
please
your
us to
fealty.
accept your fealty and stay.
Bianca, this day do I render homage and fealty
This day do I render homage and fealty
to my sovereign lord and lady,
to my sovereign lord and lady,
Ulrich IV and Salomea,
Ulrich IV and Salomea,
by right of arms, king and queen of the Outlands,
by right of arms, King and Queen of the Outlands,
who will from this day forward be
who will from this day forward be
my liege lord and lady.
my liege lord and lady.
I will remain true in all ways,
I will remain true in all ways,
serving them faithfully.
serving and faithful.
This do I swear
This do I swear,
by my honor
by my honor
and the high ideals
and the high ideals
which I hold as a peer of this realm.
which I hold as a peer of this realm.
So say I.
So say I, Bianca Isabel of Orsini.
Sire, we accept your homage
We
and
accept your homage and fealty,
and pledge to you
and pledge to you
that from this day forward,
that from this day forward
Until the
until the end of our reign,
you are our liege woman,
you are our liege woman.
that we will honor your order
We will honor your order
and defend your rights
and
as a
defend your
peer,
rights as a peer,
and that we will protect the
and that we will
trust.
protect the trust you have placed in us, mighty with justice, tempted with mercy.
Arise,
Arise,
Mistress Bianca.
Mistress Bianca.
Let the scroll be read.
Let the scroll be read.
We, Ulrich IV and Salomea, King and Queen of the Outlands, having heard good report of our subject, Bianca Isabel di Orsini, whose divers and great talents as an artisan have shone forth to the enrichment of the common weal, it is our intent to advance her in honor and admit her into the Order of the Laurel. By our hand this 5th day of April, and as Societatis 48, being 2014 Gregorian, Ulrich IV, King, Salomea, Queen. The scroll is a work in progress.
Sire, go now and greet your peers.
Go now.
3 cheers for Mistress Bianca. Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip hip. Huzzah! Here closes the court of Ulrich IV and Solomea, king and queen of these mighty outlands. Long live the king! Long live the king! Long live the queen! Long live the queen! Long live the crown prince! Long live the crown prince! Long live the crown princess! Long live the crown princess! Long live the outlands! You have their majesty's leave to go forth and